Tjena Bagheera. So it's been a couple of days since we finished this office and it's looking oh so nice. But Hansi had just this crazy idea that we might paint a huge fantasy mural on this wall, and by we he means me, just to kind of make it a little more personal and cool in here. And the largest thing I've ever painted is the fan, and this is like, I don't know, 4 times that size. I think for this painting we're just going to stick with the classics and have a dragon as our main motif fighting a lone warrior. And I come up with this sketch. It's not the final result, but I'm gonna base my lighting and all the colors on this sketch. And I spent like 3 hours getting the anatomy of the dragon right. But I think I've got it now. I'm fairly happy with the composition and everything. So since I spent so much time on just doing the line art on the PC, I'm just gonna help myself a little bit by using a projector to project the lines onto the wall so I can just draw them there. Save myself probably many hours of work and frustration.
Hey, are you ready to see the painting on the wall?
Yes. Oh god, it's so freaking huge. I thought the painting I did on the van was big, but this is a whole other level. And it feels kind of bad to paint the wall that we just made so nice. But you know, if I screw this up, then we have a lot of paint left over, so I can just paint over it in that case. There are no mistakes. But I'm just gonna use a pencil to mark all the line arts first. And since we don't have a big enough projector, I'm just going to move it over there, which is why we have these crosses, so I can try to reference it and move it over there. My goodness, would you look at that? The size of the dragon head is like, it's larger than my own head. This is so freaking intimidating. It's going to be a challenge painting something so big because usually I use very small like paintbrushes and get stuck on details. And I don't know, details here would be like this wide brush. It's going to be really interesting. But anyway, I got my painting set up over here on this table, and the paint I'm gonna use is this acrylic paint because I like acrylic paint. It's got very vibrant colors, it's easy to work with, and it dries fast. So I'm really just going to start by blocking in all the colors and defining the shapes. We managed to do a lot yesterday, of course with a lot of help from Hansi to block in all the colors, but I feel like I can start to get the feeling of what this is going to look like. I put a bit too much blue here obviously, so I think I'm gonna use this acrylic medium, which is a transparent gel, mix it together with a little bit of this light purple and try to blend the line here a little bit more. I don't know if it will work, but I'm kind of hoping it will, so I don't have to go back and try to mix the perfect shade between those two colors. I'm gonna test it out. If it doesn't work, then I guess it's fine. I'm gonna paint a lot of clouds over here, but it's just nice to have a good gradient as the base for the rest of the painting. The thing about the gel is that it dries transparent, so if I mix in just the tiniest bit of this purple, I think I should be able to blend it more. That didn't work. I think I'm just gonna continue to try to fade this at least, because I still have the color of this blue, so I can fade it into the darkest one, and then I'm probably gonna paint over most of this anyway to make the clouds. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. on the background. But I'm fairly happy with it as it is now. I really like the lighting on this rock here, and especially the clouds down here. I don't know. It turned out nice in the end, even though the fade wasn't great. But I can still probably work a lot more and do more with the background, but I'm gonna leave it as it is for now and maybe go back to it later. But I want to start working on the dragon, because there's going to be a lot of detail here. I am going to put in lots of scales and horns and spikes and God knows what. So I think the way I'm gonna do it is just to use a pencil to draw on all the scales and all the details, and then start painting on top of that. How the eyes are looking. Like, they actually look like they glow, especially from far away. But now comes another difficult part, because I really want it to look like there's like fire building up inside the mouth of the dragon. And usually what I do when I paint fire is do like a hot rod, like motorcycle kind of flames. But that doesn't look very realistic, so I don't think that would look very good here. It wouldn't fit in. So I gotta paint fire more realistically. And yeah. Wish me luck. there are still a couple of things about the painting that I really want to fix, but before that, here's an ad for NordVPN. So using a VPN service while browsing online makes sure your data is encrypted so you can stay anonymous. You can connect to any part of the world, meaning you can access geo-blocked content on, for example, Netflix or other websites, which is primarily what I use it for, at least. NordVPN has over 5,200 super fast servers in 59 countries that you can connect to at any time. It's super easy to set up and use no matter which device you want it on, and it works on most operating systems. They don't log your data, they have 24/7 customer support and also a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you think this sounds interesting, you can get 68% off a 2-year plan with NordVPN, which is only $371 a month. Plus, you can get an additional month for free by going to nordvpn.org/nerdforge or use the code NERDFORGE at checkout. And back to the project. All the way through this process, I've taken pictures of the whole painting and then brought it into Photoshop to do like major changes before painting it on the actual picture. I played around with it a little bit yesterday and I tried to put some clouds over the bottom part of the dragon, over the legs and the tail, and it just looked so much better with the atmosphere and the light and the perspective. But it's really scary to do at this point. I'm so afraid of ruining this whole painting, but I feel like I have to do it because it looks so much better. Please work. It's been 9 days since I started this painting, so I've had a lot of time to think, and I realize it's just a huge privilege being able to set off this much time on working on my painting skills and my creativity in general, and it's not something I take for granted, and I realize that without you guys watching and our patrons and YouTube members, I wouldn't be able to actually set off this much time to doing just crazy things. So I want to give a huge thanks to all you guys for supporting us. And also, our Discord community has been growing so much lately, and it's just really cool to see that you guys are sharing your own projects and your artwork, and it's just become a wholesome community. It's really fun to be a part of that. But now, let's peel off all this tape and have a look at the final painting.